I just read a thing about how corporate trolling is a big thing. Like these corporations are buying in the ability to inform. Misinformation. There's a crazy article. I can't remember the statistic, but it's insane.
15% of posts on Reddit were from corporate trolls or something like that.
What percent?
15%.
I think that thing I read was higher.
Holy
I don't think
shit,
Reddit,
man.
but it's like,
holy shit.
It's a thing, which means it could have been a thing then.
Right.
So,
which is why, yeah, go ahead.
Even the people that, like we were talking about the baby boomers not just being spoon-fed the news, even the people that think they're one level smarter are reading things that are easily bought by a multi-billion-dollar corporation. Something we wouldn't spend money on information, but why wouldn't they?
What a wild thing to do, to hire someone to get a narrative out and to pretend you're a regular person arguing online, and it's totally legal. It's really deception. New study, at least 15% of all Reddit content is corporate trolls trying to manipulate public opinion. Now, is that fraud? What is that? It's not technically fraud. What is it, though? If you're pretending to be a person, should you have to sign a contract when you use a social media account? Like, this Nikki Haley lady, I think she wants everybody to have to, like, expose their name and their ID whenever they post. But the problem with that is then that discourages, like, government whistleblowers and things along those lines. Like, if someone has, like, some important information that they have to get out, and also foreign countries that'll kill people. You can't, if you have the rules apply to America, you're going to have those rules apply to other countries. What percentage of people that are on Twitter are from the rest of the world outside of America? It's got to be pretty high. So how are you going to enforce that? You're not going to be able to. But even if you did, like, this idea that that's a good thing, like, I see why they would say that, but you should at least have to somehow or another prove that you're an individual. I don't know how you would do that without giving up your information, but maybe you don't have to do it publicly, but there should be a way where we know you're not a troll. Like, fucking man, the only problem with that is, like, it's a trap, because the way is like a digital ID, and you don't want to give up a digital ID.
Right.
You don't want to have, like, a thing that shows you everywhere you go online, because someone will be able to just do things with that. They'll be able to manipulate you from that into having something that's attached to something else, like whether it's a vaccine passport or a social credit score or, centralized digital currency that's on that phone with that app with your unique ID. This is how we're going to stop bank fraud. You're going to have a unique ID. Nobody's going to be able to steal your money. Your money's all digital now.
Yeah, technically they could track everything about your life. So when you look at somebody, your glasses can say how often they eat at this restaurant and everything.
So is the solution to just allow corporate trolls, and hope that people are smart enough to realize they're being fucked with? But, like, what if those corporate trolls are shifting public opinion and it actually costs lives? That's where it gets weird. Like, what if they lie about something because they don't want to have responsibility for something that they did? So they obscure the truth with these corporate trolls, and it gets messy enough where people just argue it out and they slide through.
And, when you think about the intentions behind who would they attack, what types of things would they try to manipulate, it's the things that would threaten them.
Yeah.
Need a little clarification on this. As I tried to dig through the article is paid for behind a medium, so I can't get there, but
paid for by trolls.
Right, exactly.
Or you have to pay to get in there. I said that wrong.
Yeah.
But
right.
What it actually says behind it is 15% of the top 100 subreddits found to have content that was likely posted by bots or corporate trolls, specifically aimed at promoting certain companies or organizations.
I don't know why that's so hard to believe when we know how many trolls are on Facebook and Instagram, right. And there's constant trolls. I was looking at someone was getting attacked for something, like, pretty minor, but I was just, like, reading the comments of this page, and I do this thing now where I'll go and I'll read something that seems like a little weird or off or something like that, and then I go to their page. Oh, you're a fake account. Like, this is a fake account. You have no posts. You're restricted. No one can see it. You have no no followers. You have like 15 followers. Like, oh, okay, this is fake. You got a fake account.
Yeah.
How many of these are there? How many of these are there that are just constantly commenting on things and trying to stir up bullshit?
Right.
It's weird. It's legal. So if right now there's no law that prevents corporations from hiring people to pretend that they're a person or using AI to pretend they're a person to put a narrative out. If that's not illegal, like what is that? Like what kind of deception is that? Like you're not allowed to lie, right? Like if a corporation has found that they're lying about data, they get fined. If it's found out that they're lying about environmental problems they've created or whatever, they get fined, right? They get in trouble. People could go to jail. But if you could just have like a bunch of people constantly lying for you, or if it's AI, have AI constantly lying for you, obscuring the truth, publishing misleading papers.
Right.
AI could just start publishing papers.